Happy Thursday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffery Scott. Met y'all. Jeffrey at Jeffrey TV, coming to you live on Memorex from an undisclosed location. Even though I'm wearing my blue hat, I'm at the undisclosed location. Usually I have my G-pad on just to overly explain something that's probably very insignificant. Default route, undisclosed location. Day 2 or 3 of caregiving, my mother, hanging out, dealing with her. And dealing, the word dealing is definitely a word to be considered, because it's not easy. It's just not easy. Anybody doing elder care, or whatever the new politically correct way of putting it is, has to know that it's not easy. It's just not. And you have personalities and strengths and established relationships to where over time it's hard to move between the roles that you take on, going from son, almost like I was telling her, almost a completely sheltered son. I told her, you and daddy protected us from anything like this all our lives. We never had to deal with anything like this or seen anything like this. We never had to deal with people at this level, or we wasn't even exposed to it. We was almost sheltered from it. As being, I don't know, elder care, you take care of somebody, compassion, sympathy, blah, blah, blah. Like I tell people, I was raised by my mother. It wasn't so much sympathy or compassion. It was, what's wrong? How do we fix it? What's wrong? How can I fix it? How do we fix it? It wasn't so much, oh. It was, all right, what we got to do? What's going on? How do we correct this issue and handle it? It's tough. It's tough. But there are moments, no, they're not. Now, there are moments when it's okay. There are moments when it's okay. And I'm sure there's moments when it's pleasurable. Maybe. There are moments. It's just there are moments. And I figure really for me it comes down to it's constant. You can't relax. You really can't relax. It's like with a toddler. Even though they sleep, you really can't relax. The only time you can really relax is at night when you got a fair amount of confidence that they gonna sleep through the night. Even if they don't, they upstairs in their mother's bed, so you ain't gotta worry about it. Because other than that, you hear them stomping feet coming towards your room. Lights get turned on. What you doing? And for somebody like me, it can be a bit unnerving. Again, as I've said many times before, I'm used to living by myself for decades, having complete control of the space around me, space and energy. You know, who is available to talk to me, who's available to contact me, interact in my space. And so that's that. But you know, you do it for your mother. And woke up this morning. One good thing though, I would say about me. Woke up this morning, Mr. Scale told me 200. 200? The first way of the day, and I'm walking here as hard as it is, I might be down to 196 something by the time I get back. And even though it may be anomaly weight, you know, just water or outlier weight, it's still a good indication how your boy handling things. And I got up and got out by 9 a.m., about 9 a.m. So my sleeping is shifted more towards my work schedule. My not getting up at 9 o'clock work schedule. My sleeping has shifted more towards that. So that's a good thing. Because I got to get back on that schedule. And just to be out and to be walking and have that weight down, and especially after Ohio and after being off all these weeks, to have my weight down, I just still believe it's because of the Black and Miles, which hopefully, which I will definitely stop. I'll cut way back when I go back to work. And hopefully, you know, me working keep me occupied, keep my mind off of that. Yesterday, I didn't smoke my first one until like 4 o'clock, which is good for me, 4 p.m. And I got up, did my walk, got back, ate a little breakfast, real tiny breakfast. It surprises me that I eat a little bit of food, like a real tiny bit of food. And I drink the water and I don't get sick. My stomach doesn't start doing somersaults and it doesn't come back up. So I really didn't have to eat that much. Just had to put something in my stomach, I guess. Just let my stomach know, hey, you know, I could drink down a bunch of water and not feel it sit there or start churning. That was good. But to wake up at 200.0, I had salad again last night. Didn't even have any chicken, just had salad and some chips and dip. Yeah, the dip is probably in the chips. But you know, I said salad. And there really wasn't a lot of meat in the salad. It was, you know, dressing, mushrooms, baby spring, and a few chunks of Polish kielbasa. A lot of cheese, a lot of dressing. Ate that with chips to munch on. But I'm at 200, like I said, if I could drop 2.8, which is I've been known to do on days like this, when it's this hot or I sweat that much, be 197 something, 197.2. I could probably get down to 196 something, but like I said, those numbers are nice, but I understand what they really represent. Anyway, you know, so tomorrow I go back home and I'm calculating it out. Tomorrow I go back home, Friday I go back home, Wednesday I go to work. So I got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I got 3 days left, basically, because Monday afternoon it's over. Monday, halfway, Monday, how would I do that? Monday, I get up, I do my steps, I get back, I get dressed. It's basically over. When I get back after my walk on Monday, it's over. No, Tuesday. Not Monday, Tuesday. So I got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And Tuesday, holy shit. 4 days, thank you, God, Jesus. Such a good God. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days. Yeah, 4 days after of where I could be by myself and have a complete, nope, I take that back, because on Saturday, LA Maggots. So I can get up Saturday and go to that. LA Maggots on Saturday. So that cuts into one of my days. People might say, well, that's not a lot, that's just this, that's just that. No. I like to think of my days as when I could be in my sanctuary and not obligated or don't have to talk to any another human being. That's how I like to think of it. But, you know, I'm good. I think I'm ready. And there's a couple more things I need to check out, a couple more things I need to touch base on. And I could probably get those knocked out today when I'm walking back over the phone. Make a couple phone calls, check on a few things. Need to get the car, should get the car washed today. Cut my hair today. You know, just stuff. Just stuff. Didn't really buy any food. That's what I good. I didn't buy any groceries or food or munchies. I ate what was here. Ate some chocolate covered pretzels that's probably been in there for a year. Ate all them bastards. It was good. Ate a little bit of, I ate some angel food cake that was probably in the refrigerator for too long. And put some icing on it and ate 3 freeze pops. They still call it freeze pops. It's like frozen tubes or whatever, you know, like popsicle tubes or whatever. Ate 3 of those and it was good. It's good, it's good. I think that was enough to put me down. Hit the block a mile a couple times before I went to bed. Had to go outside, hit the block a mile, go up, lay down in bed, watch some YouTube. I think I watched Candace and Stephen A. last night. Candace Owens was on the Stephen A. Smith show. It was good to watch that. I kind of knew what they both were going to say. Nothing, you know, enlightening. Well, nothing too earth-shattering or too revealing. So that's where we're at. Getting ready to return to work. That's probably where the focus is now. Get things in line. First day, we'll be back in the office. Then go back home. I'll be working from home. So I'll work Wednesday in the office. Thursday, Friday from home. Then I'll get 2 days off. Probably have to come back out here to visit my mother in a new facility. She's staying there temporarily. Yeah, gotta check my taxes because I filed my taxes. I did a move I saw the dude do last year and they looked like they rebuked that move. So I paid them. I went in and paid the money, but I'm gonna go ahead and refile her, you know, check it again to make sure. Say, hey, I should call him. But see, if I call him, it cost me $500. I did it myself, and I think I did it right. But I might be able to take it to H&R Block. And they said they'll look at them for free. And if they got to file or do anything, then they'll charge. So I might do it that way. I don't know. I should give my tax guy a chance. They'll say, hey, how much do you charge? Is it worth it or you still do it? You know, to look over my taxes from last year. Show me where, you know, there may be something I could do. And then also I gotta call my financial advisor and get his opinion on how best to make a withdrawal, because there's gonna have to be a withdrawal, I think. I think it's probably gonna have to be a pretty tasty withdrawal coming out. So, we'll see. We shall see. And I got things lined up. You know, I got them all lined up, things that I want to knock out, get done. And if I just steadily just kind of hit the list when I can, do this when I can, it knocks down everything and, you know, I feel good about going forward. So, that's always nice. Game tonight, Indiana versus Memphis. This should be game 6. So this is in Indiana. Everybody wants a game 7. So I do believe Indiana I wanted them to win anyway. I mean, I don't know if I want them to win. I'm just rooting for the underdog. That's just basically what I'm doing. I'm rooting for the underdog. That's mostly what I'm doing. You know, I really care if they win or not? Probably not. I'm just rooting for the underdog. Make it a kind of a fun series. Because Oklahoma City should kill this team. You know, they're the better team, et cetera, et cetera.
Wait.
Just to make it exciting. Have some money on the game and do all that, you know. You know. You already know. Put a few dollars on it. Nothing earth-shattering. Not gonna make a lot of money. Not gonna bet enough. The only way, see, the way I should do it is to have these big parlays that pay a lot. And that's kind of what I think that's what my sister does. I mean, my daughter does. And how, you know, because you know, win $30, $40, you know, who cares? But if you can set it up to where you may bet 20 and have a chance to win 2,000, you know, you get some kind of crazy outlandish odds, which are very hard to get because they don't give them out that way. They don't give odds out like candy. That's one thing I noticed. The odds are fairly low considering. I'm talking about on DraftKings and FanDuel and online gambling, which is legal in Ohio, but not in California. So I gotta send my best to her. The way to do it would be to just have a computer in her house on the internet and just remote into it. And I'll be able to do all my betting that way. But the computer would have to be on all the time, which I got one at my house that's on all the time. And the online gaming apps and such are VPN aware. They know, you know, they track your IP or whatever. However they do it, they know that you're not in Ohio, even though you may say you're in New York. Like, no. Not gonna work, buddy. So, that's that. And also thinking about NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm gonna watch the Steelers games this year. That might be another $400. It's just so much money. Just so much money just going out. You know, maybe I've been lucky all these years to where I was able to avoid such expenditures, be it monthly or whatever. Maybe it comes time to pay. And I've been spending a lot of money. I've been having a good time. I've been having a very good time. Pretty much doing whatever I want to do. And now that my weight is down, I'm getting up at 9 o'clock, I'm feeling good, sleeping pretty good. Get to go home tomorrow. Prepare. We got LA Magazine on Saturday. Then I got Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 3 days. Hopefully I'll maintain my momentum. You know, keep things kind of moving. Keep the metabolism turning over. You notice I'm not too much worried about overeating. I'm not too much worried about the overeating part and indulging for whatever reason. I'm not worried about that. I think I got that I really pretty much got that under control. It's more I guess the laziness. But we'll see. Either way, we'll see. I think I'll be ready. I think I'm ready. I really do. I don't think I'm just telling myself that. I really do think I'm ready to go back. But we'll see after those first few calls. We will see. Get back to my, and it's gotta be a little bit of, I love the word apathy, you know that. It's gotta be a little bit of disengagement. It's gotta be a little bit of, they ain't look up, see that? They ain't look up, they don't be looking up. Better just stay out of the way. These people think they in a hurry. So we'll see. We'll see. Everybody wants to be on Jeffery TV. So we'll see. Just out here get my steps. Other than that, I really, you know, ain't got much to say, I guess. Things are in place.
Walk sign is.
You're down there tearing up something. You're gonna move something. Move dirt. Move concrete. So, get back to the valley. Get back to my sanctuary. I don't want to start fantasizing about, you know, when I'll be able to get on the road and do this and do that. But I'll tell you, I'm sure that when I get back today, anticipating, getting dressed, packing up, that part I'm gonna be pretty much not excited about, but yeah, you know, enthused about. Enthused is a good word. Definitely gonna be enthused about. You'll be enthused about. I just like packing up. I just like packing up and setting up, tearing down, preparing, have all my ducks in a row. You know, so I just come in, boom, boom, boom. I just like that. So we figure out how we're gonna handle it tomorrow. Go through that, go through this. Get things settled there. And, you know, though my mother doesn't have dementia or anything, there's still some loopiness in her thinking, as with all of us, you know. But between her medication and her limited mental interaction, you know, she's definitely not as sharp as she used to be. But for the most part, you know, she's still good. For the most part, you know, it's commendable. She's almost, I think commendable is where it's admirable to where she's at, considering all she's going through and went through, and her spirits and her cognitive ability, et cetera, you know, her mental state, frustration from not being, because she's the person who likes to always be in control. She was always the one who's always in control. And now, she's not even in control of her own self or things that happen in her own body. You know, she can't really do anything. She has to rely on us, other people, to do just about everything for her. And that would, I'd be like, just kill me. I don't even want to, no, I'm not wired that way. That's why I think some of the stars, some of the people who accomplish, quote unquote, great things in life, reach a pinnacle, Like Michael Jackson or Mr. T was the other one I was thinking about, because I saw him basically pushing the shopping cart like he was homeless. It was like he was, because I don't think he was homeless. He was just, out there like that. Came pushing the shopping cart, came into a fish place to eat, I mean, man, you was on top of the world there. Now look where you at. I mean, not now, look where you at, but it's amazing, How can you go from having just about anything you want in the world, anybody or anything pretty much. And different people handle it different ways. And I always wonder, I say, well, I think if you're a star, or maybe like Prince or Michael Jackson, maybe you do want to go out, boom, like that, instead of withering away. You gotta consider that, instead of just withering away as a normal, regular person. Maybe you just want to go out one time, boom. That's what I say. I ain't trying to wish death on nobody, but I think of Mr. Clinton. I mean, the storybook would be for him to go out on stage, That would be the storybook ending, like the Rose and Bette Midler. Well, that was kind of drug infested kind of a thing, but still, you kind of want to go out the way you want. And I don't know how he wants to go out, of course. I don't know how I want to go out. That's a good question. How do I want to go out? I want to go out nice and slow in my bed by myself, knowing I got everything in place to move on forward, talk to the people I need to talk to. They got the passwords and the control, and working with the music and just, get it all back out there. Get it all out there in the ether. In fact, I think I may really start posting that music. Because people need to they ain't gonna know what to do with it, see? Everybody ain't as computer savvy and computer aggressive to do that. So, and it's not easy. Even if I make stems, say I take all the music and I push them all the stems, where you take the stems, put them in their audio software, their music producing software, and you put them in there and they all line up, and then you can just put effects on them, mix them and do that. Put them in a zip file. Some people, it's not straightforward. It don't always work the way it should. So you really can't put it on the people either. Some it just don't work the way it should. So I got to figure out how I would get that stuff out there. How I could. It's a lot of music. I just don't want to go away when I go away. So I'm going to put some least of provisions, throw that out there, say, here, when this music, contact these people if they still around to distribute this music to them. And basically I should do it now. Come to think about it, I should do it now. I think I'm past the point of holding on to it, because there was a certain element in me who, it wasn't like this is mine, this is mine. It's certain things I wanted to be the first one to do something with it. I created it. Well, I didn't create it, but I put it together, this is mine. I want to release it. I want to be the one who is recognized as turning this into something. And I think that might be gone now. I don't think I have that anymore. So I might wrap this music up and start distributing it to people. But how I'm gonna do it, see, if they don't have the program I got, it don't make no sense. If they ain't got Cubase, Steinberg Cubase, They ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it unless I make stems out of all of it. And that's, time consuming. Unless I set up a batch file to run all night. That may be something I can do. Batch conversion. Just export them all out. Put them away. Yeah, because I don't want that music to be, I got to get distributed. Maybe I can start looking into that today. Get all Tony's music to him. Oli, Charlie Lake. There's definitely stuff out there. Find a way to distribute it. Distribute it to the people to which it was belonged and it made, so that and a few other things here and there. A few other things here and there. Thinking about my taxes. Because see, there's a little worksheet you can do to reduce your tax liability. And I did it just like they did the last one, but I might not have done it right. So I think I'm gonna call the tax guy. I'm gonna send him an email when I'm done. And I think I got the paperwork. And I filed electronically. I should have printed it before I sent it off. I thought it was gonna be available for me the whole time. I think I should have printed it. But I didn't. So I don't know how that's gonna, so they can see exactly the paperwork that I filed and maybe how I filed it. So we'll see. But basically we're definitely on the way. We definitely got things lined up. We can see the vision, you can see the path. So we kind of know what we got to do for the most part. We know where we want to go. We know where the goal is. We might not know what the end game is, but we know which direction and which, where we want to kind of go with everything in life. Not everything in life, but pretty much the big goal set. I do think about that daily. Look like Pep Boys Auto Service is open, but the store ain't. Look like they closed the store, but kept the automotive open. To be honest, it don't look like there's too many people back there doing that. Lube and tune. It looks like I might have to get a smog check this year too. After your car is 6 years or older, you gotta get a smog check. I ain't had a smog check. I never had the smog check to Jeep. So we'll see, that's probably $300 the way these people be doing stuff now. Kmart, Die Hard Craftsman, Kenmore. I love seeing that. I should stop and take a real picture. I'm on low resolution right now. I love seeing that Kmart. It's a throwback. It's definitely a throwback. Nick's Burgers. This is 7-Eleven. I usually come to when I get Black and Miles. You know, I haven't found a really better place, price or whatever. They went up, price went way up. I need to quit anyway. Back in Ohio, I was getting them for $1 a piece. Literally $1 a piece. They wasn't even charging tax. I went to the drive-thru a couple times. I got 4 Black and Miles for $4. Then I went in the store. They charged me tax. And then I went again in the drive-thru and they put tax on like 40 cents. So I'm guessing Ohio tax is 8%. Just guessing. Just guessing about it. Figuring it out how it all works in the grand scheme of things and in life in general. Literally, that's what I'm doing, ain't it? Literally, ain't that what I'm doing? Trying to figure it all out in the grand scheme of life in the universe and how it relates to me and my existence and experience on this rock. That's pretty much it. No other way around it. That's what we're doing here. For the most part, anyway. For the most part, anyway. Now I walk back and shower, cut my hair. Hopefully I'll sit and I'll cut my hair. Here, because since we take make a presentable appearance at the new facility she's going to, cut my hair at least. Plus I need to do it anyway. Plus I need to cut my hair for that and the maggots on Saturday. In a day or two, it doesn't grow out that much. May have to shave the stuff off my face, but it's not even shaved. It's not shaved. Cut it off with the clippers. Anyway, doing good, I think. Doing good, I believe. Ruff, ruff. I see that dog in the back of that car, that truck. My feet feel good ever since I cut that thing off my toe, that ingrown nail. Went in there with them. I got tools from Walgreens, changed my life. Get the right tool. And just start, and I seen, like I said, I probably said this before, I seen somebody cut that off their other foot. Cut that off their toe. I was like, don't that hurt? It doesn't. It's almost like dead skin or something, whatever. It doesn't hurt at all. Just like, and the diagonal cutters were angled and so fine, and the tip was so sharp that I would just able to just like dig right into the nail and the skin and just basically cut off slits and just make the slit bigger and bigger and just cut under that nail or whatever it was and just cut it right out. Use like this little spatula, it's not scaffold, what's the little thing, sculpt thing that like you sculpt things out with, a little thing to like dig under it and raise it up a little bit, cut under it more. I cut all that out. All that pain is just pretty much gone now. A little sensitive still every now and then, but not like it was where I could barely walk. And then of course I had to cut half the damn nail. Cut half the damn nail off. Like a quarter of the nail on the right side of it. It's like just cut all the way back. Not sure how it's gonna grow. or if it's gonna grow back at all. But it doesn't look too horrible. So I'm not sweating it that much anyway. Why do girls be walking holding hands? I don't get it, unless maybe the one lady is blind, I don't know. Oh, that's a guy. Oops, no wonder. That's a guy. You can't, no, it's a girl. They probably like, you know, what do you call them? Different like that. No, I think, no, the guy might be blind or going through something. Y'all seen it. Anyway, happy Thursday. Feels good. Feels good to be at air conditioner. I get home, wash dishes or something, build some momentum doing something around the house. Eat breakfast. You know, go back, go to my room, kind of sit there and cool off a little bit, let my hair dry basically from the sweat. Kind of get things together. Set the computer back up, or, you know, just nib-nab stuff. I just made that word up. You know, just kind of whatever. Get ready for tomorrow, the big day. Mother goes in the facility. She seems to like the facility too. She seems to like the facility. I think she likes it because there's a sense that these people are there to support her. And I'm thinking maybe because she was a nurse, the level of support she seems to told us she would give to people she expects back. And I said, everybody ain't like that. Everybody don't want to do that. It's because she's so willfully, and you know, she probably got joy or a good feeling from being of service to somebody like that and supporting somebody, making somebody feel good. Everybody don't. So when she go to the facility, she knows she been a nurse already. She got this behind her, she got experience. It's like, you know, I was a nurse for so many years. I did this, I did that. I know your job. I know what you're supposed to do in your job. You know, so and the nurses, you know, they play along with her. And a few of them are black and they ethnic and they know how to, you know, quote unquote, take it to the street with a little bit if you gotta go there. Go on that cultural tone to provide, you know, the energy. Also, I was thinking too, and I think I talked about this with a caller at work. When you're talking to somebody and you don't match their energy, and you deliberately and maybe even obnoxiously don't match their energy. Like my mother this morning, I didn't let it go up. You know, she comes in, to me it sounds like, I need this, or can you do this? And to me it sounds like there's a sense of urgency or sense of, you know, hurry up to it, or immediacy, or whatever you want to call it. And it may or may not be, but it sensed that way. And I see my niece do it, I see my sister do it, where you just stay flat. You don't go up, you don't take it up there. You know, you keep your voice low. Okay. You don't match them. And I can see how that could be frustrating for somebody calling, trying to get something fixed on the computer, and they're like, and you're like, okay, let me take a look. You know, and not bringing that energy back to them. But going up to where they at can't help either. So, in the exchange of information, without emotion and without energy on it. You know, a certain amount of energy is noted to relay the urgency, or the urgency the person feels. But, you know, if you all hectic and screaming and frantic, and somebody said, then come back at you that they don't have that same sense of urgency, I can see how that would be a little annoying or make you react. I could. Let's be honest. I definitely could. Oh well. Oh well, what the hell? Oh well, what the... Oh well now, what the hell? Oh hell now. Oh well now, what the hell? Think of a new word I can spell. New rumors, new funk, to dispel. I need to write. I haven't written in a long time. I need to write. I haven't written. I think I might, what if I try doing some of that today? I used to be able to write really good. Maybe I should write. Get a song out and try to put some lyrics on it. I always thought I was good at that, even live and in the moment, off the top of the head. I know for sure if I hear a hook or a line or something I like, I know how to grab that. I've done it multiple times in sessions. And when I remember Mello was singing, she said something about this song has no meaning. I was like, ooh. And I kept repeating it. I had a mic and Charlie Lake and there was there and I kept this song. And I put it right, in the pocket where it's supposed to be. I put it right in the pocket where it's supposed to be. And Charlie Lake followed me and everybody followed me. And people started playing. That became like the chorus. I was like, this song has no meaning. That was beautiful. The line was beautiful. The meaning is just perfect. And the way she laid it in there was good. I gotta get all that music. The only thing about that music, and I might be able to clean it up, is that a lot of it was done live. So on the vocals, you hear background music. And the vocals, you can hear the background music a little bit. So that means you either leave the vocal where it's at, or you try to clean it up. And it has to be a way to clean it up and get those sessions out and not have to redo them. Because I don't think we can recapture that moment. In fact, I know we can't recapture that moment. We might recapture another one. It could be even quote unquote better or whatever. But we'll never have that moment again. It was good the way it came out. There's a bunch of them. Mello and Mark Lee. Oh, we need to do that again. We need to get together. See if we can reproduce that, if we still got it. See if we still got it. I gotta get off my ass to do something. Well, yeah, I do. I gotta get off my ass and do something. I built this, I got all the tools. I gotta, continue to push and blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, y'all. All right now. You don't have to worry about me. Come on, give me a sign. Whatever the hell the words are. 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 It's Juneteenth. I think the post office is closed. I think a bunch of stuff is closed actually. So that's that. Not that I even need to deal with a bunch of stuff. I'm self-contained. I got all my food with me. I ain't been to the store since I've been here. I don't think I went to the store once. Of course, I only been here Tuesday night. I went Tuesday afternoon. Because I got up and came right out here, didn't even take my steps. So Wednesday, Thursday, been out here for 2 days. Feels like an eternity. Nah, it doesn't. I was watching Duster on Max. It's kind of cute. Duster on Max is kind of cute. It's a period piece. And I kind of like the 1970s, era type stuff, where they had a hair, the way the people dress, and the racism. But what else? Righteous Gemstones. I watched about 6-7 episodes of that. You know, it kept me aware for a while. It was good. The storyline is good and it's funny. But it seemed like the jokes were starting to get a little bit, not stale, but enough already. Okay, we get it, you know. And I wonder if that happens in a drama. Like there's certain dramas you watch where the character does the certain thing, this dramatic thing over and over and over. I wonder if I'll get tired of that like I get tired of the joke. You seem like I get tired of jokes, comedy dramas, and the joking in it. Like that gets old really quick. Because like, maybe it lasts a season or two because Paradise, I'm sure, had the same thing. I love Paradise. But then again, I also, and I love Andor, and it definitely had the same recurring kind of, what do you mean? I'm out. Or, you know, how the character has a reflection that goes back and thinks he doesn't want to do this, kind of the same stuff. I guess I could tolerate it more in a drama than in a comedy. I definitely like dramas better than I like comedies. Even dramedies. Anyhow, swinging on y'all 2 times. For me, for the funk, and for every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.